Hello, life path number 2. How you guys doing? This is Healing Hands. I hope everybody's doing okay. Guys, welcome to your monthly life path number 2 tarot reading. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope you're all keeping safe, guys. These are hard times that we're up against, and I know some of us were still quarantined, and there's talk of businesses opening. And I do hope you can continue to keep your family safe and keep protecting your family. You guys should continue maintaining social distancing and using your gloves and washing your hands and just doing the basic things, needed for us to be safe at this time. Number 2, please remember to like, share, subscribe. Your video has the lowest counts for views, and I'm hoping that with time it's going to pick up. All right. And I know we're so busy with life that sometimes we don't even have the time to stop and breathe. But I'm hoping that you guys can continue to share your energy with me. Please do click on one of those buttons, liking this video or something, or sending me an email. My email address will be below the description box below this video, as well as how to calculate your life path number. If in case you don't know, you can automatically generate that without going through the manual process. Okay. If you need a personal reading, as you know, this is general, so I might not pick up your energy, I might, but whatever the case may be, and you do have other things going on in your life, just want you to know that I'm available for you to, help you figure that out. I've also started doing like life purpose reading, where I can help you figure out what is it that you're meant to do or be doing in this lifetime, so that you're not going in the wrong direction. Because most of the time, or most times, we think we know exactly what we're meant to be doing, and we keep going, and 10, 20 years, we're still perambulating round and round in circle without really knowing. Okay, I can help you figure that out. So send me an email if you want, but nonetheless, let's get into your reading. And guys, that your life path number 2 is the number of duality. Your number is the split that we perceive in life between light and darkness, inside and outside, yin and yang, masculine and feminine, good and bad, life and death, mind and heart, and so on and so forth. Your number 2 it symbolizes partnership, but on the one hand, it can also symbolize conflict and opposition. When your number is balanced, or when you're operating in that balanced energy, you can be in harmony, all right? Because your number is known as the mediator. You're the great harmonizer, okay? But when you're off balance, or when you're imbalance, your number can be very destructive, okay? Because it can symbolize, like I said, opposition and conflict, and things not going as they are meant to be going. All right. So life path number 2, your purpose is to learn and express the power of love, harmony, balance, cooperation, and diplomacy. Okay. And this will be a recurring theme in your life. It will be a recurring theme of constantly balancing of everything. All right. You're gonna have to be very diplomatic in your life and in making decisions, because you're always going to be at the that point where it's like, oh, is it right or is it wrong? Is it up or down? So you have to, you're meant to find the middle ground, in everything. And that's why people who are in your, life path number 2, you guys are great at being a mediator, or, finding the middle ground within any situation. Number 2s, you bring a sense of balance, like I said, to everything, and you're able to see all sides, okay? And you look for harmonious outcomes in all situations. Bickering or quarreling is very unsettling to your life path number. And you're very understanding and intuitive in discerning what is good for everybody in any particular situation. Guys, let's dive right into your energy and see what we will pick up for your life path number, okay? Let's find out what will be the challenges or things that you need to watch out for this month, or things that you will need to that you're going to be encountering, so that you know ahead of time, and you know how to deal with them, deal with whatever this situation is whenever you face it or experience it. Holy Spirit, thank you very much for messages that will be coming across for life path number 2. Please give us a very clear, direct message. Message that will help somebody or a group of people. All right, guys, I think we have 2 cards, but I'll check in a minute. All right, so you have the Dragon's Duel. Wow. And guys, you know what they're pointing me to right now? They're pointing me to duality. You know, we talked about light and dark, good or bad. So if you look closely, there's like 2 dragons dueling. So it talks about conflict. And you know, you guys are the great mediator. So whatever conflict that you'll be going through, I think you will be able to overcome it because you have that capability already within you to find the middle ground. And this card talks about inner conflict, morality, conscious choice, making a decision. It's a decision card, okay? And when this comes up, in any reading, it means that you are at a crossroad, okay? You're at a juncture of making a decision. And it represents the tension of opposites in your life. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. And this aspect of your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another way may call to you to change direction at this point. So some of you might think you're on, going, this is what the right way for me to go, but it might actually not be that way. And you're being asked to look for the middle ground in this and find a good balance, okay? And there might be a call for you to change direction with regards to something in your environment this month, okay? Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. There are always choices in life. Decision making also solves inner conflicts. If you're torn between 2 dragons, all right, the one that you choose to feed will be the one that wins, right? Which one is it gonna be? If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feeding the other, and the duel will be won in your favor. So what is it gonna be? Are you gonna keep going on a path that is not yielding any fruits, or are you going to change your direction? Are you going to be able to tap into your inner knowing and your intuition and the power that the divine has put inside of you to find the middle ground in whatever this situation is? That's a number 5. Number 5 is the number of change. So you're being called to change your perspective or change the direction that you're going in. Number 5 is also the number of, adaptability. And something asking you to be adaptable to, the change in direction, okay? It's a number of versatility. So you're being asked to be versatile and, take a broader look at whatever this decision is that you need to make, and just make sure that you're choosing the best decision for your own highest good, and not just making a decision because it's comfortable or you feel like it's the easiest decision to make. Sometimes the best decision to make might not be the easiest one, okay? Okay, so the next card says the Phoenix, and you all know the Phoenix is related to rising from the ashes. And this talks about resurrection, surrender to change. And it's a number 11. Number 11 is a master number, okay? It's a heavy number that tells you that you do have the power within you, and you're connected with spirit, and you have the capability to make the right decisions. 1 boils down, or should I say, breaks down to a number 2, and number 2 is a number of balance. It's a number of diplomacy. Again, you're number 2, right? So there's something calling for you to stand in your power and use the gifts that are inherent in you, in your personality, in your life, for you to be the peacemaker, or for you to find out the balance between 2 extremes. So when we pull this card, it's telling you to celebrate your journey and to ensure your ultimate success. Okay, success. This is true even if it appears that you've been passed through, or you've just passed through a metaphorical experience of death, or are currently enduring a perception of failure in your life. Death and rebirth are related when you enter the realm of the phoenix. Seen in this light, nothing truly dies, but rather changes from one ending directly into new beginnings. So there's something that is asking you to transition from one extreme to another extreme, and for you to understand that whatever ends is meant to bring about something new. Whatever is a dark, or you think is dark, and actually lead you to light when you discover the power within, the power in that. And what the phoenix is also telling you at this time is that there's a reinvention, and for you to rise up whole and new, even more powerful than where you've been or where you're coming from. And this could signal an end of a relationship or a dynamic within somebody, or an end of a job, a project, or even a life. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it's time for a complete overhaul of your circumstances. You may be tired of what you're doing, or you may know intuitively that it's time to move on and try something new. Whatever the case, a death of the old and a celebration of new life are called for at this moment. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavor for a rebirth that is imminent in your environment this month. This is a really good reading, guys. There's something, there's a change of direction that is meant to lead you to something great, okay? And for you not to just look at the failure in whatever the situation is, but for you to understand that you have the capability within you to rise from the ashes, to make the best of whatever circumstances in front of you, and for you to all look at the bigger picture. All right, this talks about the thinking woman, and it's a number 11 also. So we do have 11 for you guys, okay? Which, when you, like I said, when you add up 1 in 11, it gives you 2, and it's a number of balance, guys. You do have 2, all right, and you also have 11 in your reading. So when I pick up 2 twos, it's what it's telling me right there. Like 2 simply tells me that you're on the right path, and you're being supported on both the physical and non-physical. Remember your number of duality, physical and non-physical realm, and to take inspired action in your endeavor. So number 2 is telling you to stop worrying. Everything is working out just as it's supposed to, and trust that you are on the right path. Now, when I pick up the energy of 11, it simply tells me that you have the intuition, and it encourages you to keep following your spirit, and that you know that you're on the right path. If you see this, some of you might be seeing 11, all right? Or if you look on your clock, on cars, on whatever numbers, you might be seeing 222 or 11. But it's telling you for you to listen to your gut and to listen to your heart. Follow your heart, okay? And trust it. It's a sign that your manifestation power is at its peak, and for you to be sure to keep your thoughts positive, and figure out how to create a fresh beginning from whatever this is. Your intentions are manifesting quickly, and for you to make sure you're focusing on what you actually want and not what you don't want. Stop worrying. Everything is working out. Don't keep, thinking about it. Number 2 just tells me it's the right thing to do, all right? Look for the right thing to do in any situation. It talks about the right place, the right time, and to trust in what you want, and don't think of things that you don't want. All right, focus on the positive. Find the best middle ground in whatever situation this is. Let me see if we're going to pick up anything, but there's something about balance. And guys, I'm not even scared, because I know your number is all about balance anyway. And I think it's just telling you that, listen, you do have the power within you. You don't need any external person. And this is an 8 of Cups, which talks about departure. It talks about leaving something behind and going into something new. It talks about you abandoning an old way of thinking, or an old thing, way of doing things, or something, that you're doing that is not for your highest good. And for you to look at making a decision that is right and righteous, and something that will make you very, very happy. And number 8 is a number of material satisfaction. So it might be something that will be able to lead you to some kind of financial gains. But 8 is a number of power, okay? It's a number of giving and receiving. It's a number of drive and ambition, a number of enterprise and focus. So you're being asked to focus on what's going to enrich you, enrich your soul, and bring you personal fulfillment, okay? I know you guys are the great harmonizer, the great mediator. So if some of you are faced with decisions where you're being called upon to help resolve anything, look for the best path. If you don't want to dangle in the middle and you have to make a decision, make sure it's a decision that is for the greater good of everybody involved, okay? You have the King of Summer, which talks about honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted. He says a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. So there's something that is nudging at your heartstring, okay? And nudging at you to trust the guidance that you're receiving. The next card is the 6 of Summer, and you know 6 is a number of balance too. And 2 is also a number of balance. So there's something here about balance. And 6 is also a number of love. It's a number of care, protection, and it's a community-oriented number. It's a number for romance, loyalty, and relationship. And what this is saying is childhood or children, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. So there's something, you know, maybe this might be something from your past, or something that might be familiar to you, or something that maybe in the past you've taken the easy way out or made the easy choice, but now you're meant to look at making a choice that is right for everybody involved in this situation. It might be a decision around, you know, work as well, decision around your career or what you do for money. It might be you signing a contract, whatever this may be, guys. You have the power to make the best decision, okay? All right, guys, I hope that helped somebody. Please, like I said, click on like, subscribe, share this video with anybody who's a life path number 2. And I'm going to close this reading now with an Archangel Michael prayer card for you guys. And let's see what your prayer is this month. It talks about eternal love. And what I've immediately been drawn back to this. Okay, so this might have to do with a soulmate situation. But it says, help me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. This talks about balancing again. Being able to receive and being able to express and being able to give and being in balance, okay? And seeing the middle ground in any situation, or making the choice that is the best for you in and for everybody involved in whatever the situation is that will be presenting itself for you this month. And I think that's the guidance that we're getting for life path number 2. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys will continue to remain focused on protecting your family and just being safe, even if businesses are asked to reopen and we have no choice but to go to work. I wish you all the best. If you're looking for a job, I also wish you all the best. I think it's going to be a very productive month, a month for you to maybe tap into something greater than you and be able to balance yourself this month. All right, thank you guys. This is Healing Hands. I wish you all the best, and bye bye.